Okay, start at 51.
51.
Yeah, I think.
Behold, the veil of the temple was torn in two from top to bottom, and the earth quaked, and the rocks were split, and the graves were opened, and many bodies of the saints, fallen asleep, were raised. And coming out of the graves after his resurrection, they went into the holy city and appeared to many. So when the centurion and those with him who were guarding Jesus saw the earthquake and the things that had happened, they feared greatly, saying, truly, this was the Son of God. And many women who followed Jesus from Galilee, ministering to him, were there looking on from afar, among whom were Mary Magdalene, of course, our usual suspect, Mary, the mother of this, the mother of Zebediah's sons.
Which is John and James.
Right.
Because they were the disciples. But it is funny the way it says it, right?
Yeah. She just keeps showing up.
Yeah. Yes. Super. So isn't that so the first part is the veil was torn in two from the top to the bottom. So people say that like if it was torn the other way, a human could have been blamed because they how if you rip something, but they wouldn't have been able to get to the top to tear it down.
Okay.
So God, but that's when he died that happened. If you read 50, I should have said 52, right?
Jesus cried out again with a loud voice and yelled up his spirit.
Yielded up his spirit, yeah. And then that's when the veil. So then they say, because the veil was symbolic of in the Old Testament, and you had to go into the holy place, and the most holy place, and there was a veil between. There was a process for going to see and acquiring of God. But then when Jesus came, when he died, they tore the veil because we have free access to God now because of Jesus. It's true, Jesus. So he changed, if that makes sense.
Right, he changed it for everybody.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you, Lord. So that's very symbolic. But then out of the graves, it is interesting that the graves were open, and many bodies of the saints who had fallen asleep were raised. And coming out of the graves after his resurrection, they went into the holy city and appeared to many.
To many, many, many.
Yes. And when the centurion and those with him who were guarding Jesus saw the earthquake and the things that happened, they feared greatly, and saying, truly, this was the Son of God. So there's more witnesses, right? The centurions, although they might not have been able to admit it.
Well, to think like to get the most exposure would
right. I mean, if it happened in a tiny town of 100 people, then if 10 people see it, right?
Exactly.
So yeah, so I think that it was a lot, Yeah. But still, a lot. But it's pretty cool. Yay. So I hope this blesses you all. Lord bless you. And as Jesus says, peace be with you.
Peace.
Yes.